right, so this is the conversation that I want to have. Is I'm seeing content creators arguing whether or not, well, not arguing, but saying that this should be a co-op game. And I 100% agree. But the way the Void Erosions tier 28 through 30 were previously, and it seems like they nerfed something in there. Your mobbing characters, and I'm talking about characters like Anais and Bunny and Freyna, were completely useless in there. This is a stupid decision by the devs. Like, completely stupid. Because all I'm seeing is people run through there with one character, and it's Glay. There are... I just wrote that down. 27 characters... and 19 characters in all if you take the ultimate characters out. If you make content that is specific to one character in a co-op game, your game's going to fail. Like, no matter what. That's not how co-op games work. It's never been how co-op games work. Especially when you've got something like this that is a... I'm sorry to say this, it's a mob farming experience where your characters that are meant to mob are completely useless in it. And the argument that I've been bringing up and was completely shut down on by somebody that doesn't understand where I'm coming from with the argument is what needs to happen is the resistances need to be brought down just a little bit to whereas your mobbing characters can go through and do exactly what they were meant to do. Kill all of the trash in the room and then deal a decent amount of damage to the elites, but not kill the elites. This is what your quote-unquote bossing characters are for. I don't understand why people can't see this. And from what I saw before the update this morning, it wasn't skill damage wasn't being applied properly. It was literally critical strike damage wasn't being applied. Now, from what I've seen, it looks like they did exactly what I thought they should have done and just nerfed mobbing or skill-based descendants critical strike damage. That's what they should have done. That's where all of the damage has been coming from with Anais, which is the reason why it needs to be nerfed when it comes to the Void Erosion purges and when you start getting up into higher stages. If we keep having these conversations where people think it is okay for non-mobbing descendants to not be able to do what they are designed to do, which is mob. If they can't do the content, this game is going to fail, no matter what. If you have it to where your mobbing descendants are dealing less damage to the elites in the room, it's going to slow the pace of the game down. And then further so, do the same thing with the bosses. The bosses should have an increased resistance to critical strike damage, more so than what the elites do. This is going to slow the game down. It's going to make it towards it's not a speedrunning game anymore. And it's going to make it feel like a proper co-op game. Because I'll still be able to play the characters that I want to be able to play, which is mobbing characters. If I want to run in there with Freyna and kill the trash, I should be able to do it. If I want to run in there with Anais, I should be able to do it. If I want to run in there with Bunny, I should be able to do it. And each character, yes, needs to have a specific kind of damage range in there. Bunny shouldn't be able to do it faster than the other ones, and Ace shouldn't be able to do it faster. It needs to be balanced. Some characters are going to run it slower. Other characters are going to run it a little bit faster. That's fine. And this is the stuff that I'm seeing from this community is exactly like politics. You have people on the left saying that the game is too hard. You got people on the right saying the game's too easy. And you got people in the middle who don't understand where both sides are coming from when it comes to what they want for the game, because at the end of the day, if the devs go with the people on the right and they just want this game to be completely difficult to whereas you have to run specific characters for specific things, the game's going to die. Because there are going to be people that don't want to come on from those characters and switch over to other characters. Case in point, I used to play World of Warcraft back before Cataclysm come out. If they came out with content in the game where I was a paladin main, if I had to come off from my paladin to go and run something else with like a priest or a druid or a warrior, I would have quit the game. And there would have been a lot of people that quit the game too. Stuff like that is what causes people to leave games. And then you got people on the left there sitting there saying that the game's too hard. Everything needs to be nerfed into the ground. No, things need to be balanced, because if everything's nerfed into the ground, people are going to leave the game because it's boring. We need people that are in the middle who see both sides of what's going on to start having these conversations instead of one side or the other. Because if one side gets what they want, this game's going to fail. I don't see it having a lot of players past Season 5 if we continue to go down this road where one side's getting what they want or the other side's getting what they want. Because both sides are saying things that's going to destroy this game. If we can't have the legitimate conversation of what we're going to do to balance characters around each other, the game will fail. There is going to be no First Descendant in the near future. Okay, and after watching that back, I need to add too that we need to also balance the mobs around the characters too, because it cannot be this crap where you have people who main bossing characters saying that the game needs to be so difficult to the point where bossing characters are the only ones that can do specific content. It literally needs to be, the mobs need to be balanced around mobbing characters so that your bossing characters can do what they're designed to do and take out your elites. And then once you get up into the boss rooms of dungeons, it has to be the same way. Your boss has to be balanced around mobbing characters, because if your mobbing characters are doing such high damage in the fast bursts that they do it, yeah, it's still going to be a speedrunning game. The entire point of a mobbing character, your characters that deal AoE damage, is to literally push your single target characters, which I'm sorry to say this, that is Glay at that point. It's Glay and Haley right now from what I'm seeing. It's to push these characters up to the elites so that they can take care of the elites, and then push them up to the boss so that they can take care of the boss. That's how it works. That's how these kinds of games have always worked. And I don't understand where the shift has gone in co-op games, where people who main bossing characters think that the bossing characters should be able to kill mobs quicker than mobbing characters, and mobbing characters, People who main mobbing characters think that they should be able to kill bosses faster than a bossing character. If we can't come to like some sort of an agreement and people actually bring themselves out of this crap where they think that their main characters should shine in everything, this game's going to fail. There will be no First Descendant. Well, there will be. The only thing that will be left are the people that stand around in Albion and have dance parties, because everyone's going to leave except for those people. So, have a good day. Sorry about the weird edits. I'm on Xbox, and I'm editing all this on my phone. Have a good day.
Descendant, we've confirmed a large-scale Vulgus transfer. Attack their deployment point.
Keep trying.
Captain Elias, deploying RK. I am the original.
Oh, damn it. This is going to sting. Oh. Careful. These bastards. My shield.